Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well, thank you for joining me again. Well, the mainstream media, you know how critical I am of them always. There's this narrative going on. They want things to be a certain way and they want people to believe a certain thing, and they're not happy unless they achieve that. Well, they've become quite brutal over the last couple of weeks or so, I suppose. You know, when you particularly get around election time, they really give all the candidates what for, all the political leaders what for. It's their version of holding them to account, I suppose. But the two I want to pick out specifically are Good Morning Britain, you know, that thing with Susanna Reid on, and GB News, unbelievably. Now, GB News had Richard Tice on, and he was interviewed about reforms, policies and all the rest of it, and he was literally not allowed to speak. You know, one thing I pride myself on, if I ever talk to anybody on my channel, I shut up and let them speak. That's the whole idea. You want to hear what they've got to say. You want to hear how they can make things better for you, not the presenter or the voice on the channel overriding them and overstepping them every 10 seconds, it seems like. They're never going to get their point across, get flustered and get angry. Well, maybe that's the point, make them look bad. And then we look at Good Morning Britain, and you had Nigel Farage on there, and Ed Balls, I nearly said something else then, questioned him about this policy of £20,000, the tax threshold being raised to £20,000 before anybody paid any income tax. And he asked, you know, who's this going to benefit the most? Those on this amount, this amount, this amount, up to about 95 grand. And Farage said, well, it's the poorest in society that are going to benefit the most. And Balls was having none of it. He said it's actually the ones on the top bracket, 95 grand a year plus, which are going to benefit the most. All right, you know, it'll mean that you're going to pay less tax when you get up into the higher echelons like that. But the amount of people in this country who are on a wage and are having to top it up with benefits because they can't afford the standard and cost of living is absolutely astronomical. And can you imagine that £7,500 or whatever it is jump to 20? How many people will have so much more back in their pockets? I wonder how it'll be paid for, but they explain that too. But, you know, it's about helping, giving people a leg up. But in both cases, and GB News, who is supposed to be a voice of the people, supposed to be for free speech, and I think they're morphing into the rest of them as the day goes by, they don't seem to want to, you know, give reform a fair crack of the whip and seem to be, well, rude. Is that what this is all about? I've said again and again that I believe the mainstream media forms a part of what I call the establishment. You know, one is set to bosses, leaders, tell us what to do, and the other, the mainstream media, is supposed to tell us what we're supposed to think. And we're all waking up, and I think they're panicking. Let me know what you think in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, if you're on social media, give me a share. I look forward to talking to you again soon. Toodaloo.